An example though that people surround themselves with people like themselves, and they do.
Tell them the number then, man.
You got that same attitude.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Numerology, bro, for real. That stuff real.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
So
I work in numbers. It's real.
Yeah.
There's patterns in it, man. It is.
Ben was telling me about that. He's like, Tone, you a 33. I'm a 33, bro.
That master number 33. I was like, yeah, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then I mean, again, I like numerology and whatnot, so I just do the total real quick, and I'm like, yeah, he is 33 too. So for me and him to even be in the same room together, that's power.
That's a lot of positive energy. So yeah, that's good, man. No, for real. That's what I was thinking though. It's like, man, that's what I'm trying to do. What you're trying to do. It's like we all trying to come up.
Right.
Why not do it together?
Yeah.
I always tell Tony it's more fun when everybody's winning.
It's true. It's true,
your
man.
crew, you know.
Straight up.
Okay. This is Set the Bar on Put You On Notice podcast. And y'all know who I am, man. It's the boy, Mr. Watch It What? Watch It Tone. And my good man's right here, Mr. B, a.k.a. Barney Moore. And today we'll be joined with the better half of Wait a Minute Morning Show, B.E.N.
Yeah, Ben Champion.
Got it. You got it.
Hey, before we jump into the show, man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button for us. Please, I appreciate it, man. We trying to get our numbers up. Let them know. Oh, we doing it. Is it up? It's somewhere, man. Somewhere, but hit the button, microwave oven for us, man. I appreciate y'all. So, set the bar.
Yeah.
We are at a bar.
Yes, we are.
You know,
Yes,
shout out to Lotus Slate. Lotus Slate. Cheers,
Lotus
fellas.
Slate. Cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
We all,
Cheers.
you know, I feel
All
like
right.
we should start the show off with a drink in the hand, one.
I agree.
You know, and then showing love to Slate for allowing us to, you know, take advantage of the space.
We appreciate
So
it.
I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all financing in this. You know what I'm saying?
You got it.
I appreciate
The belief.
it.
The belief. It's always on.
Right. No, man, and also look at the food though. I don't know if y'all, you know what I'm saying? They serving it up. They serving it up down here at Lotus Slate.
I do want to say,
Okay.
you're missing a few tater tots because I ate them.
I've been eating some too. So
Okay, so sorry everyone.
Hey, don't mind us.
Look
but,
at the drip on there.
And this not just display food, so it's gonna be okay though. But all right, y'all. For today's show, man, I want to just pretty much get to know a little bit about Mr. B. I want him to inform you guys who he is as an individual. And not only that, we're going to tell you guys what do we plan on doing for the Set the Bar segment of Put You On Notice podcast. So before we jump into that, man, Mr. B, Barney Moore.
Hello.
How you doing, Barney? Could you let us know a little bit about yourself? Bro, what you want?
That is not the first time I've heard that. And I like it though.
This PBS kid. What?
Man, he raised me, man.
Yes, indeed.
But Barney for me is, you know, a big purple dinosaur, man. But,
I ain't mad at you.
Right. But you know, in today's time, it is Barney Moore, you know,
Mr. B.
Mr. B, you
Uh-huh.
know, a black man, you know, in real time.
Not
you know
purple,
what I'm saying?
huh?
Not purple.
Okay.
Not purple.
All right, but no, we're gonna get to know a little bit about Mr. B. So, Mr. B, can you tell us a little bit about your background? So with Set the Bar, you know, we're gonna pretty much try to tell you guys about financial knowns and unknowns.
Yep.
We want to talk about, you know, things that we want to know as far as, you know, financial education. And my man's got a lot of background in that field, so I'm gonna let him, you know, put us on notice about who he is.
Well, first off, you know, Barney Moore, just honored to be blessed with these two fellas working with me. This is amazing, and I feel fortunate to be a part of
This your first podcast.
Yes,
I just want to point that out.
Yes.
And I appreciate you for, you know, jumping on board and wanting to, because this is his segment. I don't want to let y'all, I don't want to hold y'all up. This is his segment. He put us on notice. You know what I mean?
Right. Put us on.
Yeah, man. So go ahead.
Well, give a little background about myself. Barney Moore. I'm actually the managing partner of a firm of about 18 advisors out in Waukesha called P.Y.O.N Financial, and I've been doing this for about 15 years.
One second, fellas.
Okay.
Let me turn the music. I don't know, the music going crazy up in here.
It is a little loud.
Turn the music down.
Pick that one on the left. There you go.
Damn.
And we're back.
Get down on the floor.
Back at it. All right. Go ahead, Mr. B.
All right, yeah. So basically, my name's Barney Moore. I've been the managing partner of a firm out in Waukesha called P.Y.O.N Financial. We have about 15 partners. We manage about $1.1 billion of assets, and this is what I like to do. And I've always been and this is really the only real job I've ever had was this.
So would you say you're a financial guru? Can we call you the financial guru of P.Y.O.N?
No, I won't call myself that, but I will let you guys call me.
Well, we
that.
gonna see how much how much you put us on. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see how much you put us on about this.
We'll be watching their portfolios every show.
Right. I like that.
What got you into it though? Like you said you're a fan of numbers.
Yeah, so what happened was I had a chance to play some basketball overseas, and when I was over there, I was a young kid, and I sent all my money to my parents, and they took care of it for me. And
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, and when I got back, my dad said, "Hey, it's time for you to go meet the guy who's managing your money." And that's how I got into the business.
Oh, bro, wait, hold the fuck up. Hold up, bro.
Yeah.
Because what happened for you is literally what we need in the black community right now. You had a father, you had parents.
Mm-hmm.
You had parents that
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You had parents that were able to put together a foundation for their son.
Right.
For their son. Not only teach you about, oh, son, you know, hey, we're sending you this money back and forth, and then slowly, gradually you learn. But what I'm trying to say is that experience that is needed, bro. That's congratulations to your parents, bro.
Like, what you saying is that we don't have enough of that in our community.
We don't, bro.
Yeah.
I respect that. And
man.
I wouldn't have listened if it hadn't been my parents.
Right.
It would have been, you know, this back in the day, if it would have been someone like Tone or someone like you, Ben, it would have been like, whatever, they don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
But my parents are like, I better listen.
Right.
So it does help who the message comes from.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Man, that's powerful.
It is.
And so from that point, I just got interested in numbers.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like a chess game. Like if someone has a problem, it's fun to try to solve it for them. And if I can get the right pieces, right instruments to play the right song, it really is something that I get into.
Let me ask you something. Are you doing people taxes?
No.
He's saying problems all that. They got
I'm strictly an investment guy. I hire a CPA for mine because I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not.
Right.
Taxes would be not it.
So I want to ask you guys, why. Before I answer this question,
look at Barney. He said,
like, right, you know what I'm saying? Barney checking out my notes out there. Why did we start this, or why do you think we should have a segment like this? I'm gonna start with Ben, actually. Go ahead.
I mean, I know honestly, it's very important because right now this is one of the conversations that a lot of times is left out of the black community, outside of black households. And it's really just talking about money and dollars. A lot of times, especially from my background or whatever, it wasn't talked about just because it's like, bro, I'm trying about I come from a single mother and whatnot. Shoot, I had a few brothers and sisters, whatever, but my mom was always working, so she was never really able to even talk to me about any money.
Right.
And then when it did come around to it, every summer, that electric bill the lights is cut off, man.
I know.
Shoot, no cable. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For real. Shoot.
And to follow on that, for me, I felt that I needed to do this segment because I didn't know what debt was until I was in it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
That's a bar.
Like,
that's a
real
great
talk though,
statement.
like, and that's, like going back to what you said, that's kind of our upbringing. We don't really understand the financial education of things.
It's kind of like, one of them uncomfortable things to talk about,
Agreed.
Even now, because it's like, I don't know, man, I think it comes down to like the perception. I don't know. I have a friend or whatnot, and she every time I come around or whatever, and we try to talk about financial, she's like, well, I got this kind of money or whatever, but same token, she's not ever trying to divulge, so she can actually, I don't know, so we can have that kind of conversation about,
right.
maybe you should pay this, or maybe you should pay that, but same token, it's like, had it been an upbringing where, talking about paying this bill or paying that bill, or how you should pay that bill, or what you should invest in, how to make your money work for you, it'd be a different conversation.
Yes.
One thing that I'm starting to learn, because going into cryptocurrency and actually looking at,
we gotta get to that.
We've been talking about.
We're gonna get to that crypto talk.
Cryptocurrency.
Looking into it, I'm starting to understand, don't even look at money anymore as a $100 bill or a $50 bill. It'll either grow or it'll depreciate. But it's on just how you said, it's a chess game. It's how you decide to play the game.
Right.
And if you can understand it, you got it, man. But Barney, you got it, man.
Right. And then that's going to Barney. So why do you think these segments or a segment like this is important? Why did you choose to come and put us on notice?
Well, I'll be honest with you, because I really wanted to try to spread some knowledge to people who I know could appreciate it, so to speak. And I also realized when I'm dealing with my clients, when I'm dealing with people that I talk to on a regular basis, I'm amazed at how little people understand about their own money.
Right.
And I just said, if I can help someone who I respect, get a message out there, I figure that I want to be a part of it, and that's why I really wanted to do it, because there is no master class. Because in your case, Ben, your mom, she taught you about money by working all the time.
Facts.
You're right. You're right.
But unfortunately, that was a visual, instead of a talk. So it takes until you're mature, till you're in the 20s and 30s, before you realize, that was what I learned from how hard my mom worked.
Right.
And so I want to try to, if I can get someone in their 10 years before.
Right, shoot, 5 years old.
Yeah, 5 years
old.
I figure I can help. And that's all I want to do. I really want to try to make everyone comfortable with their own money.
And I like how you just brought that into perspective. Sometimes the parents are always overworking themselves and trying to, play catch up.
But I mean, honestly, this is what I just kind of got from what you just said. This are examples that are set. I saw my mom just go to work, so a lot of times in my own, this is kind of like therapeutic, man.
Right. No, it is.
I saw my mom work all the time. So with that being said, I learned how to get money through work. Like if I was going to have to earn any money, it was going to have to be through a job.
Right.
Now, not necessarily. Oh man, Ben, maybe you might be able to own a business. Maybe you might be able to be an investor. So those kind of opportunities I never was able to envision. You're right.
And that's something I learned from my father. He worked all the time.
What did he do?
And he was, he was a foreman at a subsidiary of Miller Brewing. They made all the containers and boxes for them, and so I saw how hard he worked. And when it was basketball season in high school, and I needed a new pair of shoes, I just, I didn't think about it then, but then he would be gone on Saturdays because he'd take an extra shift because he knew he had a $100 pair of tennis shoes.
Right.
And then I asked, "Where's Dad?" My mom was like, "He's working to pay for them shoes."
Right.
And so then at a young age, I was able to connect the effort they were putting out into what we were having in the house. And so I think at a young age, I was blessed with the focus on it. But at the same time, just like you both, my parents worked all the time. So there was a lot of me letting myself in the house. And then I realized that if at some point, if I want to have more time with my kids, then I need to be better with my money when I'm younger. And so that was one of my motivators.
Right.
Wow.
Man, and jumping into that, what are some things that you wish you were taught as a kid, or what are some things that you were taught that you wish you took more advantage of?
Okay.
As far as financial education.
Okay. Ben, you want me to go? Or?
Oh, you go ahead, bro.
Right.
Man, that's you.
I would say this. I would say that saving weekly. That was something my dad used to tell me, that every time you get $10, you should save $1. And I just never thought about it.
Facts.
And
save
so
10%.
Yeah, and then he always said, when you get $100, save $10. And he said by the end of the year, those $10 will add up.
Yeah.
And I never took it serious.
Is that something you do now?
Yes.
When did you learn to take it serious?
I learned to take it serious literally when I was faced with all right, time for me to get a real job, get a career, and start doing something. My body's not going to heal. I can't play basketball anymore. It's like, what am I going to do? And then I realized I need to start thinking about this money because it ain't going to last forever.
Right.
And that was one of those things.
That bar you said coming back.
And then I said, you know what? I need to take some of those lessons that I learned and apply them to my life. Instead of just having them be theory, I need to turn them into action.
Man, Barney, I was just telling a friend this last night, and a lot of times we sit back and we have these thoughts, these ideas. A lot of times people come around and they give us, take this tip, take this advice, but we never really apply it to our lives until just like kind of like you said, until we need it,
or until it's too late.
Until it's too late.
Until it's too late.
It's too late.
It could be too late, but what I'm trying to say is, man, if we took a lot of the things that we learned, for example, like if a child today was just to look on Google and look on Google from the time they're 3 years old to 18 years old and actually truly learn everything they scroll past or whatnot, that person would be really brilliant, you know, and they apply that to their life. They be doing some monstrous things, like.
And that's where you two are blessed right now because the amount of information available for free, it's freaking. I've never seen anything like this. This is the most information, but almost it's too much information sometimes. So you get what we used to call paralysis by analysis, where you analyze everything that you're reading so much that you don't do anything.
Right.
So that's really what my job is as a financial consultant is to say, hey, here's what you should be doing.
Right.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
How about you, Ben? What is something that you were taught or something that you wish you were taught at a younger age?
I mean, really, I wish I learned investing. A long time ago, I was always interested in it ever since because I didn't get my first bank account until I was 19 or whatever.
Okay.
So,
I'm probably around the same, somewhere near that.
Yeah. But see, I wish. So see, look, you know what I'm saying?
Like right. Nowhere near it. You know, he had both his parents. You know what I'm saying?
No, but those are just some of the things, man. You know.
Oh, man.
But just man, that's funny.
That is funny. That was funny.
Hey, I was just saying.
Yeah, in the comments section, don't blow his head up.
The real one's out. The real one's out.
No, but so it's just like those little tidbits of information, and these are the reasons we have these conversations.
Yes.
So we can get. Hopefully, we're not on YouTube, kids, but hopefully it does get down to the kids. Hopefully some kids are actually listening. Will be. I love it. Oh, but it's just things like that, man. Because it's like we need this information, especially right now with all the craziness going on in America. Man, white people, white people got their own problems right now. But I feel like the black community, we just need to focus on us. And really come together and really start educating each other because what just conspired right there is going to be happening for the next 5 years. Hopefully the FBI really does crack down on them people.
They shouldn't have to go to that extent anymore. They should have got them. But that
I like where this is going because we don't have to get too off point. I like that. It never got to that point.
Yeah, it should have never got to that point because we don't even have to say.
Hey, Ben, but Ben, what you were saying though is the truth, and I think it's also we have to really realize that
1.7 the truth.
It's poor people. It's poor people, white, black, brown, yellow. That's who gets taken advantage of.
Right,
and
it's true.
Economic power is political power, and we are learning this right now.
And that's the best way to put that. I agree.
True.
One thing that I would say that I wish I would have taken advantage of is just financial education in general. Like I feel like, definitely growing up with my background and growing up in Chicago, not having both parents, I do think plays a role in that. But for me, it was just like numbers. I had a fear of numbers, bro. I
think that runs rampant in the black community, man.
I was like, I just didn't understand why I didn't have and why things weren't. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to numbers and stuff, I was discouraged. So I think that's
a great answer.
Yeah, man. So this is
a lot of trauma that happens in our communities, man.
Right.
From even just the fact that because. Say for instance, you are good with numbers, right? A lot of times in our community, somebody get on you, get to ripping your ass.
Right.
You smart? You think you're somebody?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just, like you just said, it discourages you. And even trying to, even because again, we were having a side discussion, but black people having a dominant gene, a lot of times we do come in different spaces, and we dominate because I'm not trying to go all the way that deep, but all I'm trying to say is, look.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah. I wouldn't go all that deep right now, because I got a long life to live. You guys will discover this throughout my story. But with that being said, it's just so great, Barney, for you to come.
I appreciate it.
Right.
I appreciate you guys having me and give me a platform to help. Hopefully I can do that. One thing Tone told me a long time ago was just in a casual conversation where he goes, hey, if I can put shine on everybody else and then it brings some shine to me, then I'm succeeding.
Right.
That message, it definitely resonated with me. I was like, you know what? I want to be a part of whatever this cat is doing,
Right.
because I'm investing in the success of somebody, and he's investing in my success.
Right.
And when we're dependent on each other to succeed, we'll always get there. And that's
Facts.
something in our community that we haven't done enough of. Is
Crab
that-
in a barrel?
Yeah, lean on each other
Right.
instead of pushing each other away and competing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to compete with him. I'm trying to
Facts.
compete with you. I'm trying to build all three of us up.
Facts.
Right.
You know, and if we can build any of your audience, hopefully my audience at some point, if we can build them up, then we're all winning.
Yep.
And it's more fun when everybody's winning.
It is.
Man, that's well said, B, and I appreciate you for that, for
All
real,
right.
definitely. So moving forward, fellas, the economy.
Okay.
You know, we got new president,
Yep.
president.
Yes.
You know,
Biden.
a new president. he's the president.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
He
okay.
is.
Joe
He won.
Biden, Mr.
He
Joe
won.
Biden.
Yes.
Um,
One fair and square.
Right.
Where do you see the economy going, guys?
Well, I'll be honest with you. This is contrary to what you hear in the news. The economy is going to be just fine.
Okay.
The statistics, and that's what I do for a living, show that it doesn't really matter who's president. It's all factors that make a difference in how much the economy makes, how well it does.
Yeah.
Everything is strong. Companies are full of cash. Companies have been propped up by the PPP loans and have done very well, most of them, major companies. And remember this, no matter who is president, the companies have to make money. It doesn't matter if Donald Trump is president, doesn't matter if Joe Biden is president. If Ben is the CEO of Kleenex brand Kleenex,
Right.
his stockholders want to see profit. It doesn't matter who the president is. So you always got to remember, there's somebody whose job depends on making money, regardless of who the president is.
Right.
And so,
This is a business.
yes, the economic factors are still strong. The coronavirus is the big unknown.
Yeah.
If we do not get this handled within the next 18 months, then we will have a very big issue.
Yeah.
So I mean, we just got the new strain though. You know, it's just- you know, for real. I mean, honestly, I feel like it sounds like a new stimmy. You know, we should get another.
$2 out?
Hey,
$2 out?
Right. I'm trying to get that, but Biden said, you know, he trying to get that 2,000 immediately to the people. You know,
I think it's necessary.
it is.
I do too.
Hopefully, it's reoccurring. You know,
But
In a city like this, like a city in Milwaukee,
it's gonna be reoccurring. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Tripping.
Mostly, right?
So
Talk to the people. Shoot.
Ben has some big ideas,
Hey,
y'all.
man. Y'all got it. We're the country in the world, right?
I think the biggest thing that we have to remember though is that in a city like Milwaukee, that's built on hospitality industry, everybody here could use that stimulus check.
Oh my.
And it won't just go in their pockets. People still want to go get their Starbucks.
Yeah.
They
Right.
still want to go get a sandwich from Loaded Slate.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
they still want to order things from Amazon.
it can't be all work and no play. Some people, and that's the thing right now, we don't reward ourselves anymore. And I believe that that's what's leading up to this.
It's hard to.
Yeah,
Wait,
He's talking about a sense of buying things, a
Yeah.
sense of, you know, taking care of things you need for the house. Like, we don't reward ourselves because the economy's been shit.
And remember when Tone was saying that frustration when he was younger, that he's like, man, why don't I have that? Why can't I get that? That's what's right now. You can feel it.
Right.
Everybody's got that same frustration he had when he was 12 and 13.
Yeah.
Grown folks have that right
Yeah.
now. And they are bitter and mad because why can't I go get what I want?
Right.
Yeah.
Which I could have got last year at the same time.
Yeah.
And so the economy's good. The psyche of the people
See,
spending money.
and that's really what I
Yeah.
wanted to get down to. Because people are sitting back scrolling each and every day,
Yeah.
and they're buying things off Amazon. Look, hey, I do Amazon Flex or whatever on the side.
Everyone
Like,
does Amazon, you know?
How big is this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jeff Bezos just said, man, hey, I'm so big, bro. I'm gonna get any and everybody to go out and deliver for me. And we deliver these, bro. I'm delivering like 40 packages. I'm one person.
Gladly.
And
And you're like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
It's a gig.
Dog,
Yeah.
dog. But it's just like going back to the buying traits of the new America, the new economy. It speaks volumes to like you just said before, the psyche. It has to be damaging at some point because we don't need all this stuff, man. We don't need this stuff. Like I was looking at people over in Africa or whatever, and I think it was over in like on the like Nigeria River. Look, bro, they living good. The people from the outside is like, oh, these people are poor.
Right.
And bro, they out there dancing, they cooking food, bro. They fish each and you know what I'm saying? They fish each and every day. They eat.
They out there dancing. Bro, what you on?
But
Like it's a Lionel Richie video.
look, all I'm saying is,
Old school.
I know, because I was thinking Childish Gambino. This is America.
I didn't even know there's an old video we used to make from it when I was young. Lionel Richie called All Night Long. He had these African dancers.
Man, no, I don't know, man.
No, I agree with this. So we've been taught that to consume is what will make
We're
us happy.
consumers. We're consumers.
And America is the biggest consumer in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We consume almost as much as everybody else outside of China. So if you take China out of the mix and put all the other countries in the world, we consume almost as much as all of them combined.
Yeah.
So we've been taught, you want to be happy? Go buy something. That is one thing too that I wish I had been taught a little earlier about money, is that it doesn't make you happy.
Right.
And buying stuff doesn't make you happy.
Right.
It covers up what you're unhappy about, but the base things are still there.
Right.
And I think that that's something that we all need to understand as well, is that I give, all three of us found $1,000 on the floor. We would go do some things that would make the three of us individually happy.
Right.
But at the end of that, when that $1,000 is spent, all our problems are still there.
Right.
So what I want to hopefully educate people is that, hey, Tone, take that $1,000. Barney, take that $1,000. Pay that $500 bill you have, and then go treat yourself.
Yeah.
And so what I always tell everyone is that the biggest thing I can teach anyone that was a client of mine is that there's a difference between needs and wants. And if you can fix that in your head, you'll always have some money in your pocket.
Man, I love that. I love that, y'all. Needs versus wants, man. And this is Set the Bar, y'all. This is just the first episode, man, where we, pretty much just wanted to let you guys know who we are and what our plans are moving forward. Man, I'm excited for this segment. I'm excited for this show. Mr. B gonna continue to put us on notice.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Me and B.E.N gonna hold it down on Wait a Minute Morning Show. Y'all continue to follow, like, subscribe, put you on notice podcast. Man, I appreciate you guys. And also, I do want to leave on the ending quote. Man, so I want y'all to hear this one. Mastering the mindset of wealth is choosing to think about money and your reality in relations to money in a way that will make you rich, not keep you poor.
Fantastic. I like it.
You know
I
what
like
I'm
it,
saying?
bro. That's a good one. That's a good one, Don.
Y'all just been put on notice. Cheers, fellas. With a little bit I got in the cup. Loaded slate. Thank you once again.
Yeah.
Ciao.